Welcome to our English speaking practice class. You are going to practice speaking in English, and you're going to learn a lot of vocabulary and grammar and pronunciation and have a lot of fun at the same time. So, what are we speaking about? You're going to speak about what's happening now. What's happening now? So, what verb tense do you need if the question is, what's happening now? What's happening now? What verb tense do you need? Well, of course, this is the present continuous because if something is happening now, you need the present continuous to talk about it. So I want you to answer out loud, and you're going to do this to practice speaking. So I want you to open your mouth and answer the question, and make sure you do that out loud. So here is our first example. What's happening now? And you need to make a positive statement, use the subject, the verb to be, conjugated with your subject. So, of course, you need I am, you are, he, she, it. What do you need? Is, we are, and they are. And then you need your verb with ing. So your verb can be any verb, and then you just add the ing. And this is, of course, the present continuous tense. So what's happening now? In this picture, what is happening right now in this picture? Maybe, well, you see the image, right? It looks like a man on the phone, Michael Scott. Does anyone recognize this reference? Michael Scott from Dunder Mifflin. Does anyone know who Michael Scott is? Well, if you know anything about American culture, American pop culture, you might recognize that Michael Scott is one of the characters from a very popular TV show called The Office. This TV show is quite old right now, just like Friends is very old, but Americans still watch it today. And it's a great TV show to watch if you want to get comfortable with real English, the way Americans truly talk. So, what's happening now? We could say, so you have, oh, look, it's a phone call from Michael Scott. So, let's see, we have some examples here in the comments. This student said, my friend is calling me on the phone now. Exactly. Because what's the subject in this sentence? My friend, my friend. But when you have a subject, you always want to think, what is it? I, you, he, she, it, we, or they. So first you want to understand which of the 5 subjects is this. My friend is, of course, he or she. So he is calling me because you call someone on the phone now. You can add now, that's optional because the present continuous, it tells you that the action is happening now. So you don't have to include that, but you can. You can say now or right now. All right. So another example here, the mobile is ringing. Exactly. Now listen to how I said this because in American English, we say mobile, mobile, mobile. But in British English, mobile, mobile. So if you hear someone say mobile and someone else say mobile, just know that both pronunciations are correct. One is American, mobile, and the other one is British, mobile. The mobile is ringing. Exactly. So what's the subject here? The subject is the mobile, which is I, you, he, she, it. It's it. It is ringing. Exactly. Everyone is doing so great. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So let's try this again. Let's try another one. Well, before we go to the next one, of course, make sure you like this video, subscribe for more great lessons. And if you're having fun, if you're enjoying this style of video, put yes, 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 put yes, yes, yes in the comments so I know you want more videos just like this. Okay, so let's try another one. Here's an image. What's happening now? So think about who the subject is or what the subject is, because you can have a what, and then you need your subject, the verb to be conjugated with your subject, and the verb in ing to form a full sentence. What's happening now? What's happening now? All right, everyone, let's see. What could our subject be? Well, there's only one person in this image. So, who is our subject? And what is that person doing? Well, let's think about this. We could say she. And then what do you need for your verb to be? We have she. So, you need the verb to be conjugated with the subject. She is. And then you need your verb. You take your base verb and then you add ing. So Patrice said she's shopping. Exactly. She's shopping. And then you can expand this. You can provide more information. What she's shopping for, where is she shopping, who is she shopping with. So you can expand on this to provide a more complex sentence, but the base of your sentence, the start of your sentence is she's shopping. Excellent job, Patrice. All right. Who else do we have? Bavesh said she is checking the size of the top. Very nice sentence. So notice checking the size because she's holding it up to her. Will this fit? I'm not sure. Let me check the size. Now, most shirts have a tag on them, usually at the back. And you can also check the size by looking at that tag. Oh, what size is this? Let me check. Let me check the size of the top. Very nice sentence. Shima said she is trying a new shirt. Now, great job, Shima. You have your subject, she, you have your verb to be conjugated with the subject, but there's something missing in this sentence because you don't try a new shirt. You need a phrasal verb. So, what could that phrasal verb be? You need to take try, but you need it as a phrasal verb. So, you need a preposition. There's a preposition missing from this sentence to make it grammatically correct. And I see Horatio has that preposition. She is trying on clothes. Exactly. She is trying on. So that's the phrasal verb, to try on. And that's when you see if the size is correct, if it looks good on you, if you like the shirt, you try it on. So you might be in the store and you ask someone, where can I try this on? Where can I try this on? So you're asking, where is the change room, the dressing room, the fitting room? There are many different ways, but those three are the most common. She is trying on clothes. And before, Shima said a new shirt. You can absolutely use that. She is trying on a new shirt. Okay, so Carlos said she is smiling. Absolutely. Amazing job. She is smiling because we use the present continuous for states of being as well. So you can look at her and see, okay, what is she doing? What emotion does she have as well? She is smiling. She's smiling because she found the perfect shirt. It's the right size and it's on sale. So she's smiling. Very good. Aiden provided a very detailed answer. She is trying a green blouse in the mall. Well, very good. There is just one thing you're missing, and I just explained that. You're missing the preposition on. She's trying on a green blouse in the mall. Very nice sentence. I like how you added additional detail. And that's how you can make a simple sentence sound more complex by just add on more information. So really nice sentence. Just don't forget that phrasal verb try on. She's trying on a green blouse in the mall. Very nice. Okay, this is an interesting one. Julia said she is mirroring to check her ideal blouse. Very interesting that you used mirror as a verb. Now, I love how you did that, but what I would say is she is looking in the mirror. So you look in a mirror. She's looking in the mirror to check her ideal blouse. So you can see that she's looking in the mirror. All right, great job. Moses says she is looking at the blouse. Yeah, exactly. She's looking at the blouse. She's looking at it in the mirror. She's using the mirror to look at the blouse. She's looking at the blouse in the mirror. Now, remember, for spoken English, you can sound more natural, sound more fluent by forming that contraction with your subject, she, and your auxiliary verb to be, she's. She is. So say that out loud. She's. She's. Very good. And you can do that with all subjects. She's. So try that when you're saying these out loud. All right. Excellent job, everyone. So one student wanted to know, how about she's picking a new blouse? So new instead of news, new because it's an adjective and we don't add s's to adjectives. She's picking a new blouse. You could say that because in the picture behind her, there are many different items of clothing. And of course, this is a store with many ones, many different items of clothing. So she's picking one. You can also use the phrasal verb to pick out. She's picking out a new blouse. So honestly, you could use both. She's picking a new blouse. She's picking out a new blouse. You can absolutely do that. Excellent job. Okay, so how about we try this again? How about this one? What's happening now? Oh, a little more complex of a picture, more items in the picture as well. So again, think of your subject from the main list of subjects: I, you, he, she, it, we, or they. And then you need your verb to be conjugated with the subject. When you're speaking out loud, form that contraction. I'm, your, she's, he's, it's, where, and there. And then you add your verb in ing. Okay, well, let's see. Hacken said she is making YouTube videos. Exactly. Maybe she is because she, of course, is recording. She's looking right into a camera. She's making YouTube videos. An excellent job getting your subject verb. And remember, in written English, you can also use that contraction as well. She's making. And good job using the verb make. Make in this sense means create. You're watching YouTube videos. I'm making YouTube videos. And maybe you make YouTube videos in your spare time or as your full-time job as well. She's making YouTube videos. Excellent. And if you wanted to make this more complex, you can add more information. What is she making the YouTube video about? Who is she making it for? What's the purpose? Very nice. Sergi said she's trying to decide if it's fit for her. Okay, so I think you're talking about this image. I'm just seeing your comment now. So if it's fit for her, you would say if it fits her. If it, and then you take the verb fit, but you have to conjugate the verb in the present simple because your subject is it, being the shirt. If the shirt fits, so you have to add that s because it's it. If the shirt fits her. If it fits her. You could also say if it's a fit for her. And then in your case, the only thing you need to do is add a in front of fit if it's a fit for her. All right, now let's go back to this image here. And Shima said, the cook is showing her followers her cake. Very nicely done, because in this case, the subject is the cook. She represents the cook because as a profession, we can say she is a cook. So the cook is showing. Very nice. And you show someone something. She's showing her followers her cake. Very nice sentence, Shima. I love it. Okay, here we go. Vinny said she's making a live about cake's decoration. Very nicely done. Just like I'm making a live right now, she's making a live about cake's decoration. Okay, now if you have the possessive here, it sounds like decoration belongs to the cake. So what I would do is I would use cake as the adjective about cake decoration, about how to decorate. And in this case, decorate is your verb, about how to decorate cakes. Or you can do about cake decoration. Very nice. And Goar said she is going to celebrate her birthday. Absolutely. Maybe she isn't making a YouTube video or a live. Maybe she is just talking to her family and friends, and she wants to have good lighting and she's celebrating her birthday. So she received all of these cakes as presents from people because it's her birthday. Who knows? Maybe she's not a cake or a cook at all. I like that. Be creative. Think other scenarios. Very nice. She's going to celebrate her birthday. Now, technically, this is a different verb tense. We have going to, and then, well, to be going, infinitive. If you want to take your main verb, celebrate, and then you can put that in the present continuous. She's celebrating her birthday because it's happening now. She's going to celebrate her birthday. That's actually in the future. But right now, you can use the present continuous. She's celebrating her birthday. But what you wrote is grammatically correct. It just pushes it into the future. Okay. Excellent job, everyone. Let's see another one. Patrice said she's baking. I think you mean baking, not bakering. Baking. So the verb is to bake, and then you take bake and you add ing. She's baking in front of a mirror. Exactly. So maybe that's a mirror. I think it's a phone. It looks like it's a phone on a tripod, but maybe there's a mirror behind that as well. Okay, very nice. Ashin says she's showing her cooking ability. Yeah, very nice. She's showing everyone her cooking ability. Very nice. Okay. And Julia said she is streaming a live video to showcase her birthday cake. I love the verb showcase. When you showcase something, it means you show it, but in more of a advertisement way, in more of a way to let people know that you have skill or you have expertise or you really want people to admire or respect the end result of the work. So very nice verb here. Showcase, to showcase. So our present continuous is she's streaming. What is she streaming? A live video to showcase, very nice, her birthday cake. Very nice. I love that. Okay. And Horatio said she's selling cakes on social media. I love that. Exactly. Hi, everyone. I just made this cake. You can go to my website and buy it for however much she would sell it for. They look beautiful, so I'm sure they cost a pretty penny. That's an idiom, to cost a pretty penny, which means that they're expensive. Now, expensive relative to how much cakes cost, because in a grocery store, you can buy a cake for maybe $5, $10, a cheap cake. But these are beautiful cakes. So maybe her cakes are $20, $30, $40. So comparatively to a grocery store, they cost a pretty penny. They're expensive, but they look beautiful. She's selling cakes on social media. Very nice. Alexander had a similar idea. She's trying to earn money in YouTube. Yes, very nice. You would just change your preposition from in YouTube to on YouTube, on social media, on TV. But we actually say in movies. So you have to memorize that preposition for movies is in, but most other places, social media, TV, the news, it's on. She's trying to earn money on YouTube. Exactly. Excellent job, everyone. Let's see our next picture. Oh, here we go. There is a lot happening in this picture, but notice my model says negative statement. So let's practice the negative. To make it negative, you need the same start, your subject, the verb to be conjugated with your subject. You can put that in a contraction. And then we need not, and then a verb in ing. So your base verb in ing. So all you're doing is you're adding not before the main verb. Okay. So, what is not happening in this photo? Because we're using the negative. But be creative. There are a lot of things in this image. We see some scenery, we see the sky, we see buildings, we see billboards, we see cars, we see a road. There are a lot of things here. So, let's see. Abbas said, traffic jam is not overing. I'm not sure what overing is. I think you're taking the word over to be over, and then you're adding that as a verb. But over is not a verb. So we can't do that. And also remember that there are certain verbs in English that don't exist in the continuous form. So I would just say the movie is over. So there is no continuous action there. I wouldn't say the movie is being over. I wouldn't do that. It's just the movie is over because some things don't have a continuation to them. So in this case, you could talk about the traffic or the cars as the subject. So can anyone take Abbas' sentence and change it into a new sentence using not? We'll see, and we'll come back to that. But good try. Okay. Shima has a great one. So people, this is our subject. Remember, people is the plural of person. One person, which represents he or she. And then we have people, which means two or more of one. So we have two people. So the subject is they. They are not, they aren't. Excellent job. They aren't walking on this road. Excellent sentence. Exactly. Very creative. People aren't walking on this road. Very nicely done. Very creative. Okay. Patrice said cars aren't moving in this highway. Exactly. The cars are not moving. Exactly. Very nicely done. The cars, subject, they aren't moving. Excellent job. Okay. So here, the cars aren't driving. Now, in the future, And even right now, there are cars that drive themselves, self-driving cars. But at this point, for the average person, it's not the cars that drive, it's the people that drive the cars. So you would say what we just saw with Patrice, the cars aren't moving. You would say that instead of driving, because a person drives a car. She's driving on the highway. But in this case, you would say the cars aren't moving. Okay, very nicely done. Dil Sol said the drivers, so our subject is they, the drivers are not going to their places now because of the traffic. Exactly. Very nicely done. Okay. We won't be able to visit our meeting on time because of the traffic jam. Yes, exactly. So when you have a noun, traffic jam, you need because of the traffic jam. And you don't visit a meeting, you attend a meeting. We won't be able to attend our meeting on time because of the traffic jam. Exactly. But this is in the future simple. This sentence is grammatically correct with the changes I made, but it's in the future simple, not the present continuous in the negative. What about the weather? Can anyone say what isn't happening with the weather? Because I do see some sky in the background, so we could make some statements about what isn't happening with the weather. Does anyone have any ideas? Okay. Alexander said, people here are experiencing a nightmare. Exactly. You can experience a nightmare. Now, if I wanted to make this negative, maybe I would say the people aren't having a good day. They're not having a good day. So to have a good day, a great day. So that means to experience, to have. That's our verb have. So I can say the people aren't having a good day because they're stuck in traffic. All right. So Dil Sol said birds are not flying in the sky. Yes, exactly. I don't see any birds in the background. Birds are not flying in the sky. Very nicely said. And Moses said vehicles are not moving. They're stuck. Exactly. They're stuck. So nicely done using the negative. They're not moving. And then you can add on, well, what is happening? You can add on the positive. Vehicles are not moving. They're stuck. Okay. So Carlos said the weather is getting. So that's our present continuous. The weather is getting worse and worse. At any moment, it will rain. Exactly. So it will, that is the future simple. So you need the base verb. It will rain. So to put a present continuous in a negative, we could say it isn't, and then we need some sort of weather term. So, for example, the sun is not shining. Exactly. The sun is not shining. Very nice. All right. Manuel said there are no police helping the drivers anymore. Exactly. So here, there are no police. You could say the police as the subject and then the negative. The police are not helping the drivers. And I'm making this correction because although this sentence is grammatically correct, it doesn't follow the structure I gave. But if you're in a language exam and you're required to use a specific structure and you give a grammatically correct sentence, but it doesn't use the structure they want, you won't get it correct, even though the sentence is grammatically correct, but it doesn't follow the structure. So the structure is subject, the police, the verb to be are negative. The police are not helping the drivers. All right. Very nice. Okay. Excellent job, everyone. Let's move on to another picture. Let's see what we find. What's happening now? Oh, okay. So another negative statement. Now, as subjects, we could again talk about the weather, which would be it. We could talk about animals that are or are not in this picture. And then we have two people. So we could talk about them individually. She is not, he is not, or we could talk about them as a couple. They are not. But notice how I just said the word couple. If you use the word couple as a subject, well, what verb do you need? The couple is. So if you refer to these two people as the couple, you use the subject is. The couple is. But if you use they, then of course they are. And we need that negative. So remember, subject, verb to be conjugated with your subject, not, and then your base verb with ing. Okay. Moses said, they, very nice. Your verb to be are conjugated. They're not talking to each other. Excellent job, Moses. And excellent job getting you talk to someone. And because it's reflexive, we need each other. They're not talking to each other. Very nice. So, Hoy, remember, this is grammatically correct. They are arguing. That's true. But how could you take this and turn it into a negative? So, you need a positive action that isn't happening. So, think about how you can take this and turn it into a negative. Abo said, things are not going well. Exactly. Excellent job. So our subject is things in general. Things, our verb to be, are not going well. To go well is the verb here. To go well in the negative. Things are not going well. Exactly. And then you can add on things are not going well for this couple because, and then you can add on more. Very, very nice. Okay. Horatio said the couple. Excellent job using the couple isn't, because remember what I said, the couple is conjugated as a collective noun is. The couple isn't having a good time. Exactly. The couple isn't having a good time. If you walked by this couple on the street, you would think to yourself, oh no, they're not having a good time. The couple isn't having a good time. Very nicely said. Okay. And then he said, they're not getting along very well at this moment. Exactly. Very nicely done. The subject, they are not. And our verb is to get along, to get along. But he made it the negative, to not get along very well. Now, instead of at moment, that's not correct. You need to say at this moment, which means now or right now. Okay. And Glendis said they aren't enjoying their date. Exactly. Imagine this is their first time meeting each other. And maybe this is even a blind date. Do you know what a blind date is? A blind date is when someone else arranges a meeting for you, a date for you, or you find someone on social media, but you don't know who that person is. You don't even know what they look like, maybe. That's a blind date. So maybe they're meeting for the very first time and they aren't enjoying their date. Excellent job, Glendis. Okay. Goar said they're not looking to each other. Excellent job. Instead of to, use the preposition at. You look at something. Right now, I'm looking at the computer screen. You are also looking at the computer screen. Okay, they're not looking at each other. Exactly. Very nicely said. Alexander said he is not giving up his kidney to pay for her car. Maybe that's why they're mad right now. They're in a fight because she wanted him to give up his kidney. Of course, this is a joke, and that's have fun, be creative. Studying and learning doesn't always have to be so serious. Think of fun examples, fun situations, fun sentences. Really nicely done, Alexander. He is not giving up his kidney to pay for her car. Very nice. Okay, Paulo said they are not thinking about their wedding day. Exactly, exactly. And that's a great one. Well, they're not thinking about, and then something positive, their wedding day. Very nice. Okay. And Jamie said they're not happy. Okay, very nice, Jamie. So if you use aren't, that includes the verb to be, are, and then not. And then you take are not as a contraction, aren't. But when you do that, you only need the subject they. They aren't happy about their relationship. Otherwise, they're not. You can do the subject verb contraction there and then use not, or you can use verb to be and not contraction. They aren't. Both of them are acceptable. Okay, excellent job. Everyone has very, very creative ones for this one. Okay, Soul said they're not engaging in any conversation. Exactly. When they're engaged in conversation, they're looking at each other and they're talking intensely. They're not engaging in any conversation. Very good. Patrice said they're not trying to break the ice. Exactly. When you break the ice, it means you start a conversation with someone, usually for the first time, and you use a lighthearted topic that will get people talking. They're not trying to break the ice. Very, very nicely done. Okay. And Yassine said they aren't asking about this work. Yeah, they aren't asking about this work. Sure, you can say that. Maybe they aren't talking about this work or their work or the project, just because I'm not sure what this work is. So you might use their work, the work, or the project. And if it's asking about, it would probably be one person asking the other person, but you can use talk about for both of them. They aren't talking about their work. Very nice. Okay. How about this one? So remember, negative. We're going to practice the negative some more and look at the scene. We have subjects. There are many subjects in this picture because there are lots of people in the background. We have 3 women. You can talk about them as a group or you can talk about them individually. You can talk about the scenery as well. You can talk about the environment that they're in. There are even suitcases. You could talk about the suitcases as the subject. You could talk about many different things. So let's see, what do we have in this one? And remember, we're practicing our negative. So many different subjects we could use. Noor has one, the flight. Exactly. The flight is the subject, and the flight is conjugated as it. So we need our verb to be is. It is not coming at this time. Exactly. The flight isn't coming. So you can take is not and form the contraction isn't. The flight isn't coming at this time. Exactly. Very, very nice. And maybe they're at the train station. That's exactly possible for sure. I don't see a plane here. So this could absolutely be a train station. The train is not coming on time. Exactly. So to come on time means at the specified time. That could be 8:43, but it looks like they're bored, they're waiting. So the train is not coming on time. Very nice sentence. Excellent job. And you can take that subject not, or sorry, the verb to be not, and form a contraction. Isn't. The train isn't coming on time. So someone is using the suitcases as the subject. Black and red suitcases are not moving. Exactly. Very nice. Very creative. Now, I would add the article the, because you're not just talking about suitcases in general. If you're just talking about suitcases in general, you don't need an article. You can just say suitcases. Suitcases are available in this store. But in this case, you're talking about specific suitcases, the black and red suitcases. So you need that article. The black and red suitcases are not moving. Exactly. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Oh, I like this one. Soul said they aren't working today. Exactly. So right now, if they're just here napping, well, we can assume they aren't working today. You can also say they're not. Both of those contractions are possible. They're not working today. They aren't working today. Very nice. All the sisters aren't feeling well. They're tired. Exactly. So, very nice adding that negative, but then also having a positive. They aren't feeling well. They're tired. Very nice. Ashen said they're not having a blast at this time. At this time, at this moment, that means now or right now. They're not having a blast at this time. Very nice. Okay. Very nice. How about ladies are not talking beaches? They are sleeping. Okay, very nice. So you would say talk about something. So you would say they're not talking about beaches. They're sleeping. So of course they're not talking about beaches. Excellent job. Very nice. How about this one? So, in this case, I have some potential verbs you can use. So, why don't you try to use one of the verbs on this list? It doesn't matter which one you use. And you can use a positive statement. You can use a negative statement. It's up to you. And remember, look at the image, think about who the subjects are. There are two dogs. They could be the subjects as well. Two people. We have the weather. We have animals, the birds, the trees. There's lots of things that could potentially be subjects here. And you can use a positive or a negative. The choice is yours. So run. Hold. So ask yourself, hold what? Where? What? Rain. Okay, that's probably about the weather. Fun. Fun is not a verb. I'm funning. No, fun is not a verb. So in this case, you have to take that word and turn it into a full sentence. So you have to think about what verb do I need and spend maybe there are some other words you need to complete that sentence. Okay. So we have wake up said they're walking their dogs in the rain. Exactly. They're walking. They are as a contraction. Very nice. They're walking their dogs. Excellent job getting the possessive that matches the subject in the rain. Very nicely done. Okay, Nora said the dogs. Okay, what do you have? You have the dogs and your subject has an S on it. So it is they. They are. The dogs are running away from the water when it starts run. I don't know what you mean by the end part. Maybe you mean rain instead of run. I'm not sure. But let's just use the beginning part. The dogs are running away from the water. Very nicely done. When you run away from something, it means you get farther from the object. So let's say this is I don't know, something that doesn't smell very good. I can try to walk away from this area that doesn't smell very good or run away from it because there's a giant spider. I might run away from the spider. I move far from it. Very nice. Okay, so Dilisol, we have the dogs, the man, and the woman. Very nice. And all of those combined are the subject they. You always want to think about what your subject is. They are running to show people the picture of happiness. Isn't that beautiful? I really like that, to show people the picture of happiness. Very nice. Okay, they're running in the rain. Exactly. They're running. You just forgot why. They're running in the rain. You run in the rain. Very nice. Excellent job. They're running in the rain. Okay. Let's see. Glenda said, it's raining a lot. Exactly. So that is in the present continuous. It is raining. It's raining a lot. And they are running holding hands. So this is holding hands. Exactly. So they're holding hands and they're running holding hands. Very nicely written. Okay. So, David, excellent job. It's raining. Now you're trying to use the idiom, one of the most famous idioms in English. Do you know it? When it's raining really hard, instead of saying it's raining really hard, you can say it's raining cats and dogs. But we don't want a dog and a cat. No. So idioms, you must use the exact expression or it doesn't sound correct. So it's raining cats and dogs. So you can't change the order. You can't say dogs and cats. It's always cats first, plural, and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. Very nice. And Moses has it. It's raining cats and dogs. Exactly. That's the idiom. Very nice. All right. What else do we have? The man and the woman in the picture. Oh, very nice. The man and the woman in the picture. Again, think about what subject is this because you need to know that for your verb conjugation. They, the man and the woman in the picture, are running in the rain with their dogs alongside. Very nice. The man is holding the girl, his girl, by the hand. Very nice. The girl is wearing a raincoat. Exactly. To wear. The girl is wearing a raincoat. It's raining heavily. Very nicely done. You use many of the examples on the screen. Well written. Okay. So, Hakan, I just read that answer or the example. The woman. So think about your subject. You need the verb to be conjugated in the base verb. The woman is wearing, and then you need your verb in ing. The woman is wearing a raincoat. Now, technically, you could say the raincoat, but then it becomes a specific raincoat. So you have to identify why it's specific. Maybe it's the woman is wearing the raincoat she just bought, for example. All right. Moses said he is holding an umbrella in the rain. Exactly. You hold an umbrella. And remember, you also hold hands. The woman is also holding something. She's holding his hand. She is holding his hand, but what is she holding in her other hand? Ooh, does anyone know? Okay. In spite of the rain, they're having a lot of fun spending their time outside. Very nicely written. I like in spite of the rain because that sounds like it's something negative, but we're ignoring it. In spite of the rain, they're having a lot of fun. So, Antho, hopefully I said that correctly, used fun. You have fun. I'm having fun hosting this live stream. You're having fun watching the live stream, hopefully. And if you are, like this live stream, like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe. And if you're watching this live stream after it's live, don't worry because I still read the comments. So still practice along as well. They're having fun. And then you can modify that. They're having a lot of fun. They're having so much fun spending their time outside. Very nice. Okay. So, Glendis, notice what I just explained. You can spend time doing something. They're spending the day walking their dogs. They're spending the afternoon with their dogs, but you have fun. They're having a fun time. They're having a fun time. Okay. Ah, so this is more of a literal translation. And still, if you don't know the word, if you're having a conversation with someone and you don't know what the actual word is, you can absolutely use a literal translation. And then the person can say, oh, you mean. So they're holding the ropes attached to their dog's necks. What is the name in English for ropes attached to a dog's neck? Does anyone know? And interestingly, I use these on my cats, which is not common in North America at all. I'm very weird that I use this with my cats because no, people don't do that, but I do. But they are called, does anyone know? I'll give you a second to think about it. So it's not a rope. That's a literal thing, but we have a name for a rope attached to a dog's neck. And that is Theo got it. I knew someone would get it. A leash. A leash. So that is the name of what the woman is holding. So she's holding the man's hand. We'll say her boyfriend, her husband's hand. And in her other hand, she's holding a leash. A leash. And that's the rope that attaches to your dog, or in my case, cat, to control your pet's movements. A leash. A leash. Very good. So get that pronunciation. Eesh. Leash. Leash. A leash. Very nice. Okay. How about we have a few minutes left in our class today. So, should we do another image? How about that? So, here is one. And this time, I'm not giving you any clues. I'm not giving you any verbs. I'm not giving you any keywords. I'm not giving you this sentence structure. So, here's what you can do you can form a positive sentence, you can form a negative sentence. You can even ask a question. We haven't practiced that, but I know you can do it. I know you can ask a question in the present continuous. So you can practice that as well. And think about what could the different subjects be. Yes, there's a woman, but she's in an environment. There are many other things in this picture. So, what could the subject be as well? And then you can form a positive sentence. Make sure you get that contraction. You can form a negative sentence, or you can ask a question as well. Let's practice them all in the few minutes we have. Okay. Oh, sorry, I meant to click this one. Ashin said, this woman is selecting her goods. Yeah, exactly. She's selecting, which is another word for picking. She's selecting, and then goods just is a non specific term like items. And we use goods for physical products that you purchase. She's selecting her goods. Very good. Excellent sentence. Sunshine said, my neighbor. Oh, I love that. Instead of using this woman or she, my neighbor. Very nicely done. My neighbor. And then always think, what is my subject? I, you, he, she, it, we, they. So my neighbor, because it's singular, would be the subject. She, because we see a woman right here. My neighbor is purchasing few medicines. Yes. Now you actually want to say a few medicines, which means a small number of. She's purchasing a few medicines, a few items, a few different goods, a few different vegetables, a few groceries. Very nicely said. Okay, Alexander said she's checking calories. Very creative. I like this. She's checking. So in this case, check, you can think of it as verifying. She's checking. She wants to learn what this information is or confirm what it is. So she's reading the ingredients or the information to see how many calories. She's checking calories. Very nice, Alexander. I like that. Okay, Ali said she is comparing two products. Exactly. She has two different products. She's comparing these products. Very nicely written. Okay. We have another comparing products. Very nice. Okay, Dill Soul, isn't the woman finding the best before on the boxes? Ah, okay. The best before is the expiry date, the best before date. So on each box, it tells you when it will expire. So right now, today is July 2nd. So if you purchase milk, the best before date might be July 12th or July 20th, probably not too far in the future. So she's isn't the woman finding the best before on the boxes. So this is more of a question tag. If you want to ask a question, you would say, is the woman finding the best before dates on the boxes? Question mark. So is the woman. Very nice. Oh, I like this. Alexander, she's trying to overcome temptation. Very good. So the temptation might be, I really want to eat something with chocolate and sugar and fat and salt, but oh, this one is healthy. This one is unhealthy. So she's trying to overcome that temptation to not buy the unhealthy one and buy the healthy one. Horatio said she's looking for the expiration date. Exactly. You can say expiration date, or you can say expiry date, or best before date. Very good. The grandma is comparing the prices for cookies in the grocery. Exactly. Very nice. So the subject, we can say the grandma. Exactly. We can assume this woman is a grandma. The grandma is comparing the prices for cookies in the grocery. Very nice. You don't need the apostrophe S on grocery. It's just the grocery, which is short for grocery store. But if you say the full form, there wouldn't be an apostrophe S. Okay. So here, a different subject, a nutritionist. So before she was a neighbor, a grandma, and now she's a nutritionist. Isn't this fun? A nutritionist, don't forget your verb to be, comparing content of the similar products. A nutritionist is comparing the content of the similar products. Very nice. Oh, I like this one. Wake up. She's thinking. She is thinking, present continuous. She's thinking about what to buy. Very nice. Okay. I love this. Let's do one more. MD said uh she is looking a nutritional composition of the product. Yes. So I made this contraction or comment before. You look at something. So she's looking at the nutritional composition because it's specific, the one specific to this product. She's looking at the nutritional composition of the product. Very nicely written. I love that. Everyone is so creative. And now I see another subject. The customer is choosing whether it's good to buy it or look for other commodities. Very nice. We have lots of different subjects, which is awesome. Shows your creativity. So try this lesson again. You can watch this entire lesson again and you can notice different things. You can form different sentences. You can try asking questions, using the negative, using the positive, using different subjects as well. And of course, if you like this lesson, then put yes, yes, yes. So I know you like this lesson. Of course, like it as well, subscribe. And if a lot of people like this lesson, well, then I know I'll keep making them because you like them. But if you don't like it, if you don't leave yes, 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 then I won't know if you like this lesson and I won't know if you want me to make more. So it really does help me to know if you want me to make more lessons like this. Like it, subscribe, and put yes, yes, yes in the comments. And I'm happy to make more lessons like this. I already see some yeses. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm so happy you enjoyed this lesson. I truly enjoyed spending this time with you, and I will see everyone in the next lesson, assuming you want me to make more lessons just like this. So have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.